Except the scroll, of course.
Oh, I'll take the scroll.
Great.
When this is over, I'm gonna do my damnedest to hold on to this scroll, and if she... There, so this isn't even a miscellaneous task, this is a full-on side quest.
So that relates to a question we have from Captain Veranon. Is there a morality system? So like if you tried to steal the scroll from her?
There isn't a morality system in the sense that you have a BioWare style meter somewhere on screen. So in none of these menus will I find a big like evil good bar or something like that. But you can't just go and be a jerk all over the place and not experience repercussions. Like you will get taken to jail. Guards will attack you in cities if you're mean to them and their citizenry.
But on the flip side, if you start doing nice things for people, like I did a really early quest, and when I went back to their house.
Okay.
Whoa. You should probably get some armor on this. If you do nice things for people, they'll look the other way when you take their stuff. So.
That's true, and in some cases, once you turn in a quest for someone, the items in their household are no longer labeled as theft items.
Yeah.
The text is no longer red; it changes to white, and you can.
And they act really nice towards you.
You're still stealing from them, but the game doesn't consider it stealing, so it's not officially stealing.
You keep your distance with that
and also, in a lot of cases,
are you here to help?
I'm just going to fly through this.
She's glowing.
Yeah, she actually has an alteration shield on her. But yeah, when you do nice things for people, they'll become your followers, and then you can go up to them and ask them to quest around with you. I should probably be using a follower right now, considering my character build, but I am not, and I am going to...
How cold do you think she gets when she goes outside?
Best not to think about things like that. I'm sure maybe her alteration shield is actually also a temperature shield.
Let's go with that. Asian Mentality wants to know, what is the coolest...
What does that mean?
It's got an Asian mentality.
All right.
Or she does, who knows. What is the coolest monster you've seen so far?
I mean, I would probably say the dragons. I mean, I think they look, I know that's sort of the stock, possibly boring answer, but I think they're the most interesting enemy in the game. But what would you say, Nick? You're shaking your head. Spriggans are also pretty cool.
They are pretty cool, but again, I summoned a zombie werewolf, so...
Okay, you're going back to your zombie werewolf?
I feel like there's, unless you make a zombie dragon, I don't think you're gonna find something better.
Yeah, I mean, if it's saying the dragon resisted, there may very well be an option to to do a zombie dragon at some point. But yeah, Spriggans are basically evil trees or hostile trees, I should say.
Yeah, they're like tree spirits, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're actually pretty tough. And if you find one early on in the game, which you can, there's actually a Spriggan outpost pretty close to where you begin the game. I would recommend running away very quickly because they do a lot of damage and they're pretty powerful. I'm just going to keep this alteration spell in my hand at all times. Hey, buddy. Oh god.
I also like.
Oh, they're summoning. So
a lot of the ghosts in this game I just like the ghost effect. The way they're sort of faded blue.
Oh, when you fight spirits? Oh,
yeah.
So he has conjured a Frost Atronach, and I am going to have to do something about that and bring in, let's see, what do I want to fight?
Flame
No, the Flame Atronach, I mean, it's very useful, or she's very useful, and she looks cool. It's just that against a close range fighter like this guy, I want somebody else who's more powerful. I'm just going to hide behind him. Also, he has a fire sword, so that helps. Now, what I'm going to do now is conjure in a sword. So I have a bound sword, a bound bow, a bound battle axe.
You're bound to win, Charles.
Oh my god.
You're bound to win.
No, you said it twice.
It gets funnier the more he says it.
Yeah, you're bound to win.
Okay. So yeah, you can just summon these weapons in and use them for... Oh, and actually I have a perk that captures souls. I haven't even explained how souls... Oh my god. Dragon scale gauntlets.
This is the first time we've ever seen dragon armor.
That's true. This is the first time I've actually collected dragon armor.
That's very cool. You're seeing it here first, folks.
Well, it's light armor though, which is interesting. I wonder if you can make a heavy armor version.
I would say that the bones would be the heavy armor.
Yeah, so maybe the scales work for the dragon scale gauntlets and then dragon bone armor maybe for heavy?
That would be my guess, yeah.
They look pretty cool. I'm not going to wear them though, because that messes up my armor bonus, as I explained earlier.
The saddest thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry. Actually, how much were those worth? What am I doing?
300.
Okay, I'm definitely taking those, so I can sell them to somebody. So, I mean, if I could, you can spend a lot of time wandering around these dungeons just peeking into stuff. Like urns will have potions, they'll have gold. You can definitely pluck a lot of stuff out of dungeons if you're willing to investigate every area. And this looks fairly important. I'm not going to take that linen because linen is boring.
I've noticed that you've only got you're only ever carrying about half capacity. I, on the other hand, am always right at the border of my weight capacity. I'm always at like 340 pounds out of 345, and I always have to juggle things. Why and how do you not do that?
Well, before I started playing here, I'd emptied out my inventory. Usually after I do a quest, I like to empty my inventory out just to make sure I can pick things up when I randomly head into, if I get distracted on my way to my next quest, which I definitely did here because I totally abandoned going to that shrine earlier that looked awesome, but now I'm in a dungeon looking for a wizard and a scroll, so, you know, it all works out. I'm still doing something worthwhile, I assume.
Some of our viewers are asking if the lore is as deep as past Elder Scrolls games.
I mean, there's cross-referencing all over the place. There are tons of. I mean, I have books in my books category here. These are actually spells, but you can just page through this stuff. You know, some of it is a couple pages long. Some of it's even longer. There are full volumes of history, like version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4 that you can collect and everything like that.
A lot of the books that were in other Elder Scrolls games are still here, like the brief history of the Empire, all of those are still there, and they've got a lot of new ones as well. It seems like every game, they just keep adding to their Elder Scrolls library, which I like, because I like to read them.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and summon my guy again. Unfortunately, the bow is a two-handed weapon, so I can't hold on to it if I want to summon somebody in like that, and that noise you just heard was a dragon shout. I'm going to break out ebony flesh. That's why I like actually using the bound sword, because it is one-handed, so I can keep a spell active in the other hand.
I see you've got a spell called Command Daedra. Could you theoretically use that against one of their summoned Atronachs?
Possibly. I haven't actually used that very often, to be honest. I was trying to get a heal onto my other hand. There we go. So yeah, now I'm basically just a fairly heavily armored
Paladin,
essentially. Trying to see some decapitations here. Sometimes he does trigger them. My companion is healing herself. But yeah, that purple effect you see when I hit him with, I didn't have any soul gems large enough. When I hit him with the sword, is I have a perk that will automatically capture the soul of anything that is killed soon after hitting them with a conjured weapon. Soul gems are used to recharge any magical weapons you have. So if I had like a frost axe or something like that, you can't just use the frost axe indefinitely. There is a limit to the amount of hits you can land with it before the magicness.
Yeah, because it would be unrealistic to expect a magical weapon to run out of magic.
Obviously. I mean, no question about that. So you use soul gems to recharge things. You also use soul gems, very conveniently placed actually, to enchant things. These are
We totally set this up, didn't we?
Yep, this was totally pre-planned. Oh, I don't have anything. Oh, that's disenchant, so whatever. The enchanting system, you just have to find one of these tables that I'm leaning on right now. If you have a magical item in your inventory, you can disenchant it. Which teaches you a huge list of enchants. You can see all the ones. I've disenchanted a lot of stuff, so I can put a whole bunch of bonuses on items. So what you do then is after you've disenchanted a bunch of things, which increases your enchanting skill, by the way, so that's actually useful to do because you get skill ups. You go in, you select, say a dragon scale gauntlet. You select it, you go to enchantment, you pick what you want to do to it. So let's say I want to do lock picking, because maybe my lock picking isn't always as high as I would like it to be. And then I go over to a soul gem, and I want to pick a the higher quality soul gem you pick affects like the effectiveness of the enchant. So you want to pair it with something good. So petty soul gem, no, that's not worth doing.
Well, how much does if you chose the petty soul gem, how much better would your lockpicking skill be?
Well, it was just at 13 before, I think.
Well, right now, so if you it's right down the
27.
bottom, it says 27% easier. If you chose a better gem.
Yeah, I actually deselected that gem. So if I do this, oh, now it's 27. I thought it said 30 something earlier.
That might have been the black soul gem. Oh.
Huh.
What about the petty?
Yeah. So that actually does this even have 2%?
Yeah, do that one.
No. I don't want to do that one. So 27%. So that's a better combination. So then once I just have all the things selected, I hit craft, enchant the item, dragon scale gauntlets are re-added to my inventory, pull away from the table, and I can go over to my, oh my god, it's auto-saving. That's probably good because I should save anyway considering I just cleared out a bunch of enemies.
Big Colin, your time is up.
Oh my god.
my
Being
gosh.
called away.
Voice of God.
No,
Farewell.
that also means thank you for joining us,
Farewell.
See you, Nick.
Nick. I miss him already.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, Nick was a good guy.
Viewers, that means we're beginning our final hour of our Skyrim live stream.
Look at the
here
gauntlets.
At IGN. Amazing gauntlets.
I'm sorry.
Remember, we're giving away, we have 2 copies of the game to give away of the standard edition still on 360. Still have to give away this beauty here, the collector's edition. If you want to win this, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/IGN. And if you have any other questions about Skyrim, and if you want your chance to win a copy of the standard edition, tweet us at IGN with the hashtag Skyrim. Just like, let's see, who did that here? Who did a good job at that? Zarkly Will.
Is this question about pine thrush eggs?
What? What does that
I'm sorry,
pertain to
I
the
just
game
picked
right
one
now?
up. I just picked one.
Zarkly Will wants to know, will there be downloadable content later on?
If there isn't downloadable content, I would be very surprised.
What will you do if there isn't downloadable content?
I might exclaim, goodness, this is a surprising development.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Charles.
Oh, I believe GameSpy's Mike Nelson is in here.
Hello.
We're joined by Mike Nelson of GameSpy. You've been playing a bunch of Skyrim yourself.
Yes, I co-authored the review on GameSpy.
Very cool. Is that
Oh my
live
God.
now as well?
Yep.
What's the GameSpy review?
And
IGN
you
gave it-
hated the game, right?
I hated it.
Yeah.
So
So
we're gonna
I gave it a 5. 5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a slightly different review scale on GameSpy, but 5 stars is
Oh,
the
God.
best review
Charles,
score.
oh,
we
the
can give it.
trap. You were distracted by the stars.
by the
five
stars.
I was like 5 stars, that's so many.
Yeah.
And then I got hit with a spiked grate right on my face. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I found some dragon scale gauntlets, which I was pretty excited about. I hadn't actually found any dragon scale stuff before in
Yeah.
the game. Which
I wound up
just
selling all of my like dragon bones, dragon scales, and stuff like that. Like you could get a good chunk of change for better weapons. Because I heard it's like you can craft dragon armor, but not until like you're smithing of like 100 or something.
Yeah, you need 100 smithing, and I think I just found some in the wild, and I put lockpicking on them because that's such a useful battle skill. But I totally have a 27% lockpicking bonus
Okay.
on my gauntlets. Here is the pressure plate that I stupidly stepped on earlier.
Now have the NPC step on it.
Yeah, let's see if I can
Just have her.
get.
So close.
Wait, maybe I can. She's just temporarily joined me. Oh no, I can't
you
actually.
can't command her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like go there, and well, don't get hit by it yourself.
She's pretty smart.
I think
not
she
gonna
knows. I
fall
think she
for it.
knows what's up.
Yeah.
No, no, that's yeah. I guess they're
Oh.
programmed to not step on that stuff.
Have you done anything incredibly evil to the NPCs yet?
No, I killed a chicken initially. I killed a chicken
That
in
didn't go well
Riverwood.
I think
for us.
that's like a rite of passage for these games.
Charles, is it hard to believe that it was 3 hours ago we killed that chicken?
I know the chicken seems so recent. Still, its death's still fresh in my memory. Looks like some sort of lever puzzle. Oh, perfect. Well, I can't wait until I get stumped by something while everyone's watching me. So we've got pictures up there.
More pictures, more
think
whale
that's-
pictures.
I think that's a hint.
It is a lever puzzle, so I'm assuming maybe that's a sequence.
So while Charles tries to figure this out, Mike, maybe you can answer this question from Biohazard 2M. Does the game scale the difficulty of the enemies in the wild in relation to your character's level?
It depends on, like, I mean, I came in and you guys were talking about the Spriggans? Spriggans. Those are, like, hard even from the get-go, even when you're, like, level 1 or 2. So I think there's, in some cases, yes, but there are those, like, very difficult enemies, like frost trolls are going to be hard anytime you want, or, you know, but wolves, you can take them out at, you know. So yeah, it does scale the difficulty rather well, but there are certain enemies that will be hard all the time.
Yeah, regardless. Okay, so I just discovered that there are 4 more plates up there. There's 1 missing, so...
And the missing one is
Let's
wolf.
see, we've got, yeah, falcon is well represented, or bird, whatever you want to call it. Whale, snake, and then, yeah, wolf is basically the outlier, which is actually the lever I pulled, not paying attention to any of that, and it's permanently pulled, so maybe I did this properly. I assume that's supposed to open.
Yeah, that should be opening for you.
I don't think so.
No. But if this is permanently pulled over, so there's only 1 wolf? Are there multiple, or are they matched, right?
Or does it match across, like, so it would be whale?
No, it doesn't match across. Yeah, whale is offset as well.
This, I encountered stuff like this a couple of times. Like, sometimes the puzzle is incredibly easy, yet I'm sitting there like, I'm missing
Oh,
something.
well, I did it.
Oh, hey, there you go. All right. What was it, snake?
It was snake.
You are a genius.
I
Why is it
just totally
snake?
guessed. Snake, so it was wolf, then snake. Snake because...
Maybe because you pulled wolf, then you pulled snake?
I don't know.
I don't.
I'm not entirely sure what that solution was. I did it though, and I'm actually going to...
We'll take it.
I'm going to save
Save
my
that.
game so that I don't have to do that again. Although it would be the same puzzle, and I know the solution anyway.
Kid Cuddy is a G asks.
All right.
Are there any racial advantages? Like, does a high elf start off with more magicka?
High Elf does not start out with more magic. Everyone starts out with the same... oh, here we go, catacombs. That sounds ominous. Everyone starts out with the same magic, health, stamina, as far as I can tell. I think maybe there's a skill difference depending on which race you start with, but I'm not entirely sure. The one major difference is that you just get racial bonuses. So I am a High Elf. I have Highborn. I'm not going to use this right now, but if I were to trigger this ability, I would very rapidly regenerate magicka, which is best paired with the type of character I'm playing, which is a pure magic character.
Yeah, and like if you were to play as Argonian, your
this guy.
natural ability would be to regenerate health very quickly.
Yeah, and
well.
also
Like,
you get some cool
yeah.
racials as Argonian as well. I believe they resist disease. I know they do. Oh,
And they can breathe underwater.
Yeah, they have permanent water breathing. Oh, she is all over top of that.
Speaking of water, Taz427 asks, is there any loot to be found underwater?
I haven't.
No, I didn't really go under the water much.
There is at one pond I went in. There was a broken ship underwater, and there was some things to find in it. I don't know how extensive the underwater content is. I know that sometimes there are just random NPCs sitting underwater in at least Elder Scrolls games before. So I'm sure there's stuff under there. There's a lot of water to. Oh boy, I should have probably put my armor spell on.
Wait, you found a ship in a pond?
It was a lake.
Okay.
It wasn't the ocean. It was a really big pond. Yeah. So I'm still trying to find what I'm basically doing in this dungeon is. Oh boy. Ow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's real bad. So I'm gonna use Unrelenting Force here and just clear those guys out.
Oh,
I missed.
Your friend.
I missed. My bad. But what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find a wizard that's apparently somewhere in the catacombs here. He apparently has a scroll that my temporary companion is looking for that she wants back, but I'm going to see if I can actually keep the scroll and get the reward. I don't know if that's really going to work. I need my armor spell if I'm going to be able to do anything effectively here. I'm going to use Fireball, and I'm going to summon the Dremora Lord, who will run around and kill a whole bunch of stuff.
Speaking of fireballs, J Moak 3 wonders if you can start a forest fire.
No, I don't think so. If you can, I haven't seen it. Yeah, the closest thing to that. Oh, there's gold everywhere.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I'm rich.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, the closest thing I've seen is the Wall of Flame spell, which actually I guess I could equip that real quick and just show it off. Basically, is a stream of fire that when it hits the ground will just continue burning. So there, you can set carpets of fire, which is useful for me because if the guys I'm fighting are distracted by my summons, then they will just sit there and I can burn them as I hit them with other spells.
Magical napalm.
Yeah. This is probably not going to be good. Whoa! All right. I wonder if that's going to. Oh, my shield.
So how do you get that chest?
My shield just ran out, so I'm going to go ahead and put that back up before I get hit by those spikes again.
Can you duck?
Oh my god! I'm gonna stealth trap this.
It's gonna get you in your face.
Oh. Aw. Oops.
Oh man.
Oh, she's having some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of follower types won't necessarily be killed outright. They'll go into sort of a down state where they'll limp around for a bit before reviving. However, it is possible for your followers to be killed. Although it hasn't happened to me, but I have heard of that happening.
Do you have a flame cloak?
I do have a flame cloak.
Can you show Shiny Man 22 the flame cloak in third person?
Yes, I can. Let me equip that. Let's see. I just put armor on, so I'll do it in that hand, and I'll do Icy Spear in the other one, and I'll flip out to third person. Oh boy. And there's flame cloak in the third person. Actually, I guess I could play in third person for a little while. There, I just did a shout on that guy.
I really liked playing in third person. Like, I mean, Oblivion and both Fallout 3 and New Vegas kind of made third person kind of goofy. Like the character just moved unnaturally. But for Skyrim, I was kind of playing around with this, like, oh great, this is like a better open world Dragon Age now.
Yeah, and it actually works pretty well. Like you see the cursor in the center of the screen here for when I have spells active. If I deactivate them, it flips sort of to an over-the-shoulder perspective, which makes a little more sense. Plus
and if you're playing on PC, you've got the mouse scroll, which can give you even more camera options for third person.
Yeah, that's true. You can zoom. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, there is a trap trigger here, which I'm kind of curious about.
Never step on it.
There. Oh yeah, spikes in front of me. So that's just if I was running like, oh, I'm a dumbass.
That would have been
Oh,
great.
I just stepped on another one. I am a dumbass.
Would have been great if we were trying to lure her to that one, and then we would just wind up getting stabbed.
Yeah, there's two here. I'm gonna avoid them. There's two more. There's two more.
They're all over the place here.
I'm gonna save again because I'm assuming some kind of climactic battle is gonna wind up happening here.
Peterson Allen is wondering, does your race choice affect any quests or dialogue?
The dialogue a lot. Like the region of Skyrim, there's a lot of racism actually. Like if you're not playing as like a human character, like you get a lot of resistance from NPCs, racial slurs, and of course if you're playing as a female character, the dialogue will change to accommodate that as well. Did you find anything else like in terms of responses?
You'll definitely, yeah, NPCs will address you differently depending on which race you're playing. It's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty natural, so it doesn't sound like, oh hey, what are you doing there? And then an awkward pause like elf in a totally different cadence. Like it's clear they've recorded, or at least they've done a very good job at least editing together. It sounds like they've recorded different lines of dialogue depending on, well, for all races basically, so they address you appropriately. She is readying something. I guess there's probably a guy behind that wall, which she is just going after right now, which isn't going to open until I hit this switch, but I wonder if she can kill that enemy before he even gets out of there. She's pretty intent on it. I'll go back to third person. ready some spells.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
already stabbing.
she's going after it. Oh, she's getting hit too. You can see her taking damage with the animation there. I should probably open that door instead of continuing whatever I'm doing.
I'm gonna keep exploiting the game.
Yeah. Okay.
And there are a fair amount of opportunities to do that. It's the nature of these games.
Yeah.
I mean, you weigh it against
crap.
everything that you're allowed to do. There's no doubt going to be a couple of glitches that are going to show up, and you just kind of accept it because, do you want to play Skyrim this year? You know, if you wait around for something like that perfect, you know, it's going to be in development forever.
And actually, I'm going to reload my game.
Oh!
He just one-shotted me, so I'm definitely
Right,
reloading
yeah.
my game. But he actually killed the follower, and I failed my quest there.
Oh, she has to stay alive.
Yeah, because the Death Lords are really tough, and they deal out a lot of damage, and they take a lot of punishment.
Easter egg, you can rotate the objects in the menu screen.
Yeah, very cool. While we load our next game here, remember we have we have one copy of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Collector's Edition to give away. If you want to win that, gaze upon its majesty right here. If you want to win this, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/IGN. I still have.
I think we may have experienced a game crash.
Charles, why did you crash the game?
It is a reality of the Elder Scrolls.
We made it 3 hours and 17 minutes without a problem.
That's a pretty decent track of time.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
But yeah, we should probably just restart that Xbox.
Okay. Well, we can still answer some questions here while we restart here. Sib Graphics wants to know, is there a limit to how far you can sprint at one time?
Yep.
Yes. It's limited to your stamina.
But you can upgrade that over time.
Yeah. When you're once once you reach a level, you can put that trait. I had a brain fart. I apologize. But yes, you can increase your stamina over time as you level up.
Remember, viewers, if you have questions about Skyrim, you can tweet us at IGN and include the hashtag Skyrim. We're just going to reboot the game here. This is Charles Onyet, executive editor of our PC channel. He reviewed Skyrim, gave it a 9.5. You can read and watch the review on IGN.com right now.
I like the game.
He's been...
That's what the score says.
Yeah. Thumbs up, basically.
This was
Would have been the
enjoyable.
really ecstatic smiley face in GamePro magazine. You've been driving the game for us for the past 3 hours.
Yeah, and
Some
I
change right
really,
now.
honestly, I haven't even done that much just because it's there's so much to do in the game that, you know, I set out to do a quest, I got distracted, and I started doing another one, which is why I'm in this dungeon and why I just fought a Death Lord who killed everything. So I should probably do that a little differently. Yeah, I've been fighting dragons, checking out like the early game experience and seeing how that differs, because there actually is quite a bit of difference depending on how you build your character to how you approach combat, how you navigate the world and everything like that. Because my current character, I basically can't find much success in any kind of combat without putting up a magical shield, just because I'm not really using any armor whatsoever. Whereas if I was playing a heavily armored sword and shield guy, I would have a ton of protection, and I could just sort of charge in as long as I had some potions or something like that.
And we are joined by Mike Nelson, co-reviewer of Skyrim for GameSpy. And my name is Damon. I'm fielding your questions on Twitter.
Ow. Oh, I got hit by another trap. Okay, so I believe this is right. Yeah, so this is right before what I was doing, so that's really not that big of a setback. Aside from the game crash, and that happens on PC as well. So if you do the pre-release version I was playing on Steam was crashing from time to time while I was playing.
And this is the guy that killed us, right?
No, actually,
No,
this is
behind.
his silly minion that isn't going to be living for much longer. That was level 3 Unrelenting Force that I shot at him to make him go flipping. I believe that. Yeah,
I have
Unrelenting
a funny
Force.
unrelenting force story.
Yeah,
if you'd
sure.
like to
Do
hear.
tell.
So
I love a good unrelenting force story.
They are the best.
So up north there is a college of magic, which is it's Winterhold. And if you're trying to specialize in magic, like Charles is, this is where you could go to, kind of follow along the major side quest that follows the mages and stuff. But as you approach this castle, you're stopped by a student who wants to make sure that you're worthy of entering. And I'm like, well, I'm Dragonborn. And she's like, I I'll believe you.
That's basically like saying, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, and she's like, well, prove it to me. And I'm thinking like, well, all right, hooah, and then she just goes flying off the wall.
Oh, really?
Did she believe you after that?
What's up?
Did she believe you?
Well, I was able to walk by her at that point.
That's pretty good.
But I was like, I proved it.
That's a good way to do it. I didn't even think of doing that.
I just.
It's like, I need you.
But you know the scene I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like
right?
I need you to do this spell in order to.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I
So
doing?
I didn't do a spell. I just decided to use the dragon shout.
Just
And
knocked her out of the
I
way.
just knocked her out.
I wonder if. Yeah, I hope that.
We're trying this guy again now.
Yeah. So. Oh, okay. He's taking a lot more damage
yeah.
this time. And actually, if I go LOL double fireballs, then it's going to be a big problem for this guy.
That's what I like about you, Charles. I think you live every day at LOL double fireball.
One
That's
more.
how Charles
There you
Onion
go.
rolls.
I try to take life in the LOL double fireball mode.
That guy was a lot easier that time.
Yeah, that I was paying attention that time. if I actually, again, because I'm a pure magic user, I'm pretty fragile by myself. I'm just wearing these feathery things, which don't really do much in terms of protection. But if I have a chance to buff up like I did there, where I put on my shield, I have a flame cloak, double fireballs, and
LOL double fireballs.
LOL double fireballs, and a conjure. Yeah, I can take pretty much anything down. Yeah, the only times I die if I'm really not paying attention.
So you have a Gotcha Man costume.
Sort of. And there is a difficulty setting if you're watching this and thinking, wow, this looks really easy, or hey, this looks too challenging. There's a difficulty setting. I'm playing on normal right now, basically. But if you go over to System and Settings and Gameplay, it's right here. You can adjust it at any time. You can bump it up to Master, down to Expert. I'm playing on Adept. You can put it to Apprentice, Novice. So that is adjustable if you find that the game is too hard, too easy. Or if one particular enemy is causing you a lot of problems, you can bump it temporarily.
Fade Monster is wondering, how many perks do you get per level up?
You get one. Oh boy, that door opened automatically.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Oh, it's a dragon priest. This is gonna be a problem. These guys are so challenging.
Good.
He has a magical staff, which is hopefully not capable of shooting. It does shoot fireballs. That's really bad.
To quickly answer, you get one perk per level.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got distracted by dragon priest.
No, this is good.
You
The
can't
viewers
help
wanted to
it.
see
You
the
always
dragon
get
priest.
distracted by dragon priest.
Yeah, that's what happens when they roll out. So I am going to have to go, I have to bring up my ebony flesh so that I actually have some protection. Since he's shooting fireballs, I'm going to go into my inventory. I don't have these in my favorites menu, but I am going to bring up
Potions.
so many potions. I want resist fire, which is right here. So I'm going to do that. That's, I resist 13% of fire damage. If I was actually better at alchemy, I could make stronger potions so that I could have something that, maybe, I don't know, does like 50% resist or something like that, which would be great in this situation, but I unfortunately do not have that.
And these potions do not stack.
That potion did, yeah, I had 5 of that potion, but there are various types of it. So I'm gonna double equip fireballs again, because that is actually my one of my most effective spells, and if I miss him a little bit, I'm still okay. I can't summon a dragon down here, so I'm not going to do that, and I think I'm going to stick with Unrelenting Force, because that knocks him over, which I'm going to do right now, so that
It didn't knock him over.
Didn't knock him over because he's floating. Oh my god. All right, and okay.
Well, you're seeing some success. This is gonna.
Yeah, I want
some time.
Yeah, I actually want my conjure back. These guys are really powerful. They're no joke to mess with, and these have been some of the more challenging encounters that I found in the game. I remember one. It was at a word wall on top of a mountain. I just killed a dragon up there, and
Hey, can you raise zombie?
I can raise zombie. Yeah.
I wondered, is it possible for you to? How far away was the previous room to bring back?
Oh, to
that
bring back
heavy
the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have summon dread zombie, so I could. Oh, I think there was a load over there.
Oh, okay.
So if I double equip this, I regain my stagger effect. You'll see my shout bar is almost fully recharged. So there, yeah, he has a slight stagger, so he can't really do much, and there he goes.
You got him.
Got him.
No, don't lose the staff. Staff Staff of Fireballs.
Now, we're doing all this for some scroll, right? We want to get this scroll.
Oh man, so these are the masks that you find in the game. These are really cool items. This is the second heavy armor one I've found. The other one was light armor. But this actually increases magical abilities. In this case, it causes 3 schools of magic to cost less to cast, which is not going to be useful for me, again, because I don't wear armor. Or it does not benefit me to wear armor because of the way I've set up my alteration protection. So he is very much dead, and yeah, that's just his armor that emptied out of spirit. And it looks like I have to solve another puzzle here.
Snake and snake.
And usually there's some sort of corresponding...
You got some. There's another one back over there by the mushrooms.
They're all snakes.
Except
for that one. What? Did it fall? Sometimes they fall. No. I wonder if they're... Well, here, let me go see if I can actually rotate it first, and then maybe I don't actually have to pay attention to it. I can jump over there. No, it's non-interactable, so I don't have to worry about that. Those are usually puzzle solutions, though, that you'll find where you have to rotate bricks. Oh, I found a new word wall.
Awesome.
Which is pretty cool. So now I don't know if this will be a totally new word, or if this will just add to one of the words that I have, because there are 3 words in each dragon shout, so I may just level up an existing shout. I assume what I'm looking for is on that table down there. Well, the cool thing about the word walls is you can actually hear them even though if you're not in the direct in the direct area, because they will you will hear
You start to
music.
hear like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
It's true. Yeah, you'll
and then
hear
you get closer and you're like, yeah. I passed it over like by accident, like one of the first word walls, and like my quest wasn't complete. Like you didn't find the secret of what was the first dungeon, like right outside of Riverwood?
the Bleak Barrow.
Yeah. Because it's like you didn't find the secret of Bleak Falls Barrow, and I was like, where is it? And then I went back through and I started to hear this like, what is this noise? And then sure enough, I just had to go stare at the wall.
Our viewer Chase Rowe is wondering, how many different beasts are there compared to Oblivion? Are there more than Oblivion?
There are a lot of them.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact
You will be
answer to that
satisfied
question.
with the number of beasts.
Good.
Like, and a lot of them are new. Like mammoths, those are awesome. Just don't get too close to them.
Yeah, they will mess you up if you get close to them. So I just picked the scroll, which was the object of my quest, was to find the scroll and give it back to the lady that's been following me around. I don't think I can keep the scroll. I guess I could kill her, but then I wouldn't complete the quest. So I'm going to go ahead and complete it. And she gives me Conjure Flaming Familiar added. That is new. I don't actually have that spell. So let me... Was that a scroll or was that a book? Let me see.
This is one part like about the interface that I was, which would have been nice, is if like the new items that you get just have like an asterisk next to it or something, or like just some like, oh, by the way, you got this if you were looking away when you...
Yeah, and that's true. As you gain more items and things like that, you can tell that it really clutters up. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry, viewers. It looks like Charles' mic has died. We're just going to replace the batteries on that. Mike, maybe you can answer another question from Twitter here. Rob DeCook is wondering, is there a way to reskill if you dislike a direction your abilities are going in?
No, but because you're allowed like so many options in terms of skill, and like you'll be able to just move away from it. If it's a skill that you don't like, just stop using it. Start using the skill that you do like, and you'll just naturally level up in it. Like for example, like my character, my primary character that I played on PC, I was kind of going, sword and board, like warrior with, sword and shield, and I wound up kind of falling into with the Thieves Guild, but I had absolutely no thievery abilities. So I just stopped kind of using my core abilities, started using light armor more often, and I moved away from the heavy set and started to move into a different type of play style. And you've got 50 levels to work with, and even after that point, you can continue to like level up. So you can't like respec, but you can definitely just start playing differently at any point. Yeah.
Blue Stalfos has an interesting question. Is Morrowind still greater than Skyrim? Was it ever?
That is the question.
Yeah. I say yes.
I mean, I would say
You
yeah.
prefer Morrowind still?
Well, no.
No, I mean, sorry. I prefer Skyrim
to
over
Morrowind.
the Morrowind.
I mean, Morrowind was great in terms of how much content was in there, but I just think the series has just gotten so much more user friendly over the years, with Oblivion and especially continuing through Skyrim, that I think giving up a lot of the conveniences here would be tough.
So there wasn't like that your indicator is.
Yeah,
telling
it's
you to go
usually.
this
I was
way.
looking around for a way out of the dungeon. Usually, there's a good way to leave quickly, but I couldn't find one in this case.
We're going to give away, we have 2 copies of Skyrim left to give away. We're going to give away one right now to Twitter follower Music Junkie, who asks, have dungeons improved drastically since Oblivion? Are they unique and less predictable?
I think so. I think the dungeon actually I just did was a good example of that. This is, it's a larger dungeon from what you normally find, but the fact that, there was this puzzle room which has a solution that I wasn't entirely sure of and luckily stumbled upon it. But yeah, you have these little puzzle elements that aren't always the same. They are actually different in different cases. You have the traps. You have I feel like a lot more varied look to the dungeons and many different types of dungeons, so it doesn't feel like you're always in the same one. So yeah, I definitely enjoy the dungeon running experience here more than
There's
more
like
than Oblivion.
150 different dungeons from what I don't know if they're like different, but I know they had built about 150 dungeons for the game. I've found some repetition in terms of like entering and kitchens being in the same area and so forth like that. But then you will come across. I mean, but that's like do you
video
really?
games.
Yeah. Do you really expect like that many different dungeons in
I expect
game? Yeah.
100 handcrafted, completely unique dungeons. But yeah, I mean, you get moments like this where you come in and there's a huge room, really cool lighting, the nice altar in the middle that just makes it look like something unique.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Music Junkie. Enjoy your copy of Skyrim. Viewers, we still have one more copy of the standard edition to give away, and of course, this very lovely collector's edition to give away. If you want the standard edition, you have a question about Skyrim, tweet us at IGN with the hashtag Skyrim. And for the collector's edition, hit up our Facebook page, facebook.com/IGN. Let's take another question here from Confortius. Are there any events that can change how the world around you looks?
In terms of permanent destruction of buildings and things like that, I don't think so. But you can swap out, in some cases you swap out who is, certain people in cities will change. And there's one quest in Whiterun where you do a quest for a tree that changes the appearance of the tree in in the town squares. In terms of major geological deformation or something like that, I don't believe that exists. I certainly haven't run across it in my playthrough.
No, I haven't either.
One thing I did want to do real quick was check out the quest reward I got as I was running out of that dungeon, which was a new spell, which I'm kind of excited about because it's a summon, and I use summons a lot. So I got Conjure Flaming Familiar. It's not very expensive, so I don't know how high level it is, and I don't think I know this spell though. So yeah, there, I just learned a new spell from doing that quest. That's something that, I never really would have found if I wasn't just wandering around this snowy area and happened to wander into that dungeon. And I also unlocked, which I should check as well, I got a new word and a shout, which was Call Storms, which I haven't actually shown off yet. So let me go to, let's see, Storm Call, sorry, not Call Storms. So
Get it together, Charles.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm losing it. I have 6 stored Dragon Souls because like perk points, you can just kind of have them around and use them when you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and learn this second word, and then I'm going to equip this call, and I'm going to use it, although it is kind of stormy anyway. You'll see the difference after using this shout, which basically brings in a hurricane of sorts. It started to rain, and you get lightning, which is pretty cool. And you can call Clear Skies as well to get rid of this, but the cooldown on Call Storm is pretty significant, so you can't really actually do anything with the shouts for a while.
So what is the benefit?
I think the lightning actually strikes people. I haven't used this very much, but I believe actually hold on, let me go check the description. Shout
Awakens the destructive force of Skyrim's lightning.
Yeah, I believe you're aided by the lightning basically.
And can you summon the flaming familiar that you learned?
Yes, I should do that. So we will see what this looks like. I do have a summon. God, I keep going wrong menu. I do have a summon familiar, which isn't particularly good. Level, novice level spell is not the best.
I had one of those, and I had like a blue wolf show up all the time.
Yeah, it's not so great. So this is Apprentice, also not amazing, but it is slightly different. So I will check it out and see what it actually does.
I say flaming wolf.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yep,
Called it.
nice. That's pretty awesome, actually.
Pretty cool.
Ow!
What?
Apparently the storm did not like the flaming familiar. I'm gonna try that again and see what happens. Starts howling again, and then lightning.
What? Why does the lightning attack your familiar?
I don't know. I feel sort of bad for the familiar now. He's just trying to hang out. Look, he's just coming over. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? Thanks for conjuring me." And oh my God, oh the tragedy.
I wonder if we can use the storm in like a local town.
I haven't tried doing that. I could try doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to torture people when I play these games.
Charles Connor Hickey is wondering if you can show some archery gameplay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't. Oh man, I thought it froze again. Yes, let me summon a bow. And I don't know if anyone is going to be around here. Actually, you know what? First, I'm just gonna. Sorry, I want to save my game because I want to keep that I found that word in this save. So I
You
don't
earned it.
I want to use this.
Because it's going to be save number 256.
Yeah, that's like
or something?
save like 250. I don't know.
And it is nice that there's no limitation to the saves. You can just go nuts.
Yeah, not enough games have that. That's a really useful feature to have. Okay, there's a ruin over here, so maybe I can find something to shoot with this arrow. I have been leveling a little bit of my stealth skill, and actually I haven't shown off stealth very much, actually at all. Which is on Xbox 360, you just click in on the left stick and you enter stealth. You'll see a line across the center of the screen there. That as long as it's flat, that means I'm hidden. If there are enemies around, and then if they get suspicious, it'll widen slightly and start to turn into a little bit of an eyeball. And then if it's fully opened, it means I'm detected and I'm going to get attacked. Like there.
Detected, hidden.
You level your stealth skill by
Using it.
yeah, basically like everything
Yeah.
else, by using it, so that as long as you're in range of enemies, you will get it, and you will get skill ups. So I don't know if this guy's hostile or not. It looks like he's hunting for something. But I'm gonna use my bow, which I've upgraded a little bit, so I have a zoom function, and I'm gonna shoot right at his head. And
Sneak attack.
that was a sneak attack, so I got a 2x damage bonus. And actually,
Is that a
oh boy,
one-hit
they didn't
kill?
like that one bit. So actually, this is a good opportunity to go look at the.
Well, you've got 8 perks you can increase.
Yeah, I've got. I could build out a lot of my archery tree actually, because I'm up to 62, and I have a number of available perks. I have critical shot that does extra damage, steady hand that gives me a slow motion effect. So let me do
And
that.
if you can find the NPCs in the world, you can be trained by them. Like thieves that are special at archery will train you on like higher level. Local towns, you could get like just a couple. If you've got the gold, of course, you have to pay for it. But if you're impatient and you're trying to get your archery skills up as fast as you can just seek out the trainers.
Nax591 asks, is there elemental bonus damage?
Yeah, you can on enchanted items and stuff like that. You will have elemental effects that give you additional damage and things like that. I just wanted to point out, and I went into the stealth line just to show that if you do upgrade here that requires 50 stealth, your sneak attacks with daggers do a total of 15 times normal damage, which if you can get up close enough to someone to attack with a dagger would strike me as basically an instant kill. Like you can destroy anything that you can stealth up to, which seems really useful. I just built out a lot of my bow line, so you can see how that differs a little bit. I'm gonna get down. So now when I zoom in, you'll notice a slow motion effect.
Nice.
And I had a huge chance to do a much bigger damage bonus if I could get critical hits. I also got a stagger effect, so you'll notice how that guy staggered back and couldn't do any attacks after I hit him. That is the advantage of building out the perk line. It makes whatever you're using that much more effective. So this guy's coming at me with a sword, and I am.
But you can also, if he gets close, you can like use the left. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You
I
can,
have sort
you
of a
can
punch.
stun them. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm almost dead here, so I'm gonna magic up, as they say.
Viewers,
I don't think anyone says that.
You do.
I just
Get
true, I
the
did.
kids started on that.
Okay.
viewers, there are 20 minutes left in our Skyrim live stream here. If you have any questions for us, tweet us at IGN, include hashtag
Zombie.
Skyrim. We still have one more copy of the game to give away, and we still have the collector's edition to give away too. That we're giving away on our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/IGN.
I have a zombie running around, in case anyone was interested.
I'm not interested. That is relevant to my interests.
Yeah, zombies. I like zombies. So yeah,
The thing I mean, touching on the zombies stuff, I loved using this a lot before I, started to get my companions. But one of the things is I would walk up to a body and I'd kind of strip it clean of like weapons, gold, or whatever. But then as soon as I would summon them, they would rise up and then immediately run over to another body, go strip that body to go get their sword or a bow or something like that. And it was just to watch the AI kind of do that was really cool, and I liked it.
yeah, it's great when when everything works properly. It's like, oh wow, that's really cool. And then sometimes it will glitch out and not do the correct thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it is pretty good.
Chero1 is wondering, can you stack your potions?
Yes, I believe so. So I mean, you can't just stack every potion into an uber stack, but yeah, potions of the same name will stack. So like I have 9 plentiful stamina potions here. Potions do actually take up quite a bit of weight because each is half a pound. So if you do just run around with a ridiculous stack of potions, if you've been paying a lot of attention to alchemy, then yeah, you definitely want to be mindful of your weight. Although in those cases, you'd probably be a warrior and you would have been increasing your stamina anyway. So you'd have a higher carry weight than I do right now because I haven't increased my stamina once. So I'm still at the default 300 weight limit.
You could also find like apparel that will increase your carry limit as well. It's not strictly limited to stamina.
Oh my god. The most elusive enemy.
What
in the
is
game.
that?
It is a mud crab. I'm gonna stealth kill that guy right in the face. Let's go slow-mo zoom.
Oh my gosh.
And nailed it. and I captured his soul.
Nice.
I like how the arrows stick around too. It didn't stick into this mud crab, but it's just a nice effect if you're attacking someone. I just like how the arrows will actually stick in them, so you can see exactly where you made the impact, and it just makes for some funny death scenes as they keel over appropriately to where you hit them with the arrows. It makes it feel like the arrow shot is more powerful. Oh my god, there's a deer.
So one of the slow motion, like on the topic of that, my time with the console version's not that much. Like I spent a lot of time with the PC, but I found that like occasionally like the killing blow on PC would kind of do the Fallout 3 like slow motion. You'll see the like sword go through the person or something like that. It's some nice little touches.
Haru Locke is asking, does adjusting the difficulty affect achievements?
And in terms of, is there an achievement you can get for
Never changing difficulty?
not changing it, or
Maybe he's asking if you switch it to easy, you can't unlock certain achievements.
I don't know.
I
I don't think there are any.
Yeah, I
like,
think all of the
don't have
achievements
Dark
are kind of
Brotherhood
like
stuff for this.
quest-based. Like if you've completed this quest, regardless, you've got your achievement. I don't know if it is limited to, but that is a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like I think shouts is 20 because it says learn 20 shouts. I believe that's all the all the shouts because it says Thum Master. Thum is your shouting.
Get married. You need that achievement, Charles.
But yeah, most of these are quest related. Like there's the Circle is companions, Dark Brotherhood, and then reach level 50, and then a couple other like clear 50 dungeons, etc., etc. So yeah, on this particular playthrough, I didn't do companions or Dark Brotherhood. I did that when I was playing through on the PC version. Right now, I was trying, before I got distracted by for the past 1 hour and a half, I think I was trying to find trying to get to the shrine, and I just sort of fast traveled to the wrong side of the mountain. So I'm going to try to actually get up there now because you can't see, actually, you know what? I can fix that. You can't see it because it's snowing, so I am going to, I don't have it in my favorites menu, but I'm going to go over to here and do the Clear Skies shout. And make it a little easier to see. Because I can. Because I have that power, and I would like to exercise it.
Movie Lord 101 is asking, do you find spells and weapons easier or harder to equip than in the last game?
No, well, if you're playing on console, it's really, really easy, especially with the favorite system. I mean, you just kind of find a couple of things that like Charles is going through the favorite system right now, and that's tied to the D-pad on the controller. On the PC, it uses the exact same type of interface. There's no way to kind of like hotkey stuff to like number keys or anything like that. But again, if you're going to play on PC, you could also just use an Xbox 360 controller, right, and now you're using the favorite system. But it was a great addition for the console version of the game. It was awesome. I used it all the time.
Charles, when you play on PC, do you prefer mouse and keyboard or 360 controller?
I was playing with mouse and keyboard, and I will continue to. It's just the menu system. I mean, it's a really elegant menu system for considering how much stuff you collect in this game, how much stuff you constantly have to switch between. But it's not exactly optimized for mouse and keyboard use. The mouse it's just not efficient for mouse navigation just because it's not all laid out on the same area, and like clicking around the skill menu with a mouse or using keys is just kind of awkward. But yeah, I mean you could plug in a gamepad, and yeah, I guess they would have to have come up with basically a different interface, a custom PC interface to make it ideally navigable. But I mean, it's still workable. It's not like you can't do anything. Yeah. It takes a little bit more time.
It's just cumbersome.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So mod community, fix it.
How do I get up there? Man, I have no idea how to get up this mountain.
This is that same temple that they
couldn't
get to?
I was on the other side too, and I couldn't figure.
But didn't the trail keep going that way, like back some more? Like it went down.
Who's he going after?
He is.
Is that a dead horse? It is a dead horse.
There's a bandit camp up here. Yeah, see, I will feast on your heart. He is constantly screaming insults.
See. Keep going along the trail, and it might kind of loop you back up.
Yeah, maybe.
Microchip is wondering, how strong are the dragon shouts compared to Magicka?
Maybe I have to go back over here.
Yeah, it looks like it's the
Microchip is being ignored.
Sorry,
Microchip, I'm so sorry.
We had to look at the map.
I've been trying to get to this altar for so long. The dragon shouts are very powerful. If you can, especially if you level them up, like I think Unrelenting Force is a really good example where the level 1 Unrelenting Force will just stagger an enemy. So they will, fumble around for a little bit, but they'll be back in the fight before not too much time has passed. Whereas if you have a 3-word Unrelenting Force shout and you use that, like the cooldown is longer so you can't repeat it as often, but it will knock an enemy clear off a cliff. Like if I were to fight, well here, this guy's it's gonna happen. So this guy's just wandering around like, oh man, it's kind of cold out, and oh my god, and then he goes like flying down the slope, and it's icy, so he keeps sliding, and he's probably gonna fight me now because I don't think he really appreciated that, or he's
dead.
What have I done, the poor farmer?
What's he got on him?
It's pretty well equipped. I would probably pack more than boots and clothes if I was a traveler in Skyrim. But
and Unrelenting Force was also. I used it all the time in my dragon fights. Like when it came down to the ground, and just stun it, you just start hacking away. It's a great weapon to upgrade.
Oh my my god.
There you go.
Found it.
Here we go.
No.
This is right then.
Safe.
And the game crashes.
Mike, did you get married during your playthrough?
I did not, but did Stephanie have a chance to share her
You guys
marriage
just aren't
story?
very romantic.
Oh, poor guy. Well, whatever. Sorry.
But Stephanie had a really good marriage story. Did she
Yeah,
share that
she was
earlier?
talking about
Yeah,
that
that
earlier.
was great. I want that to happen. I want a corpse bride.
Yeah,
Oh, God, frost
that-
troll.
This guy's going all
He's
jittery
kind of
jittery
a-
legs.
kind of a goofy run.
I'm going to get you. And
So the double fireball, as you can see, is very very effective. It does bonus damage if dual cast. Now
Whoa.
here is the super cool looking
Oh my
altar
gosh.
I was
looks
trying
awesome.
to get to.
It's been so long.
I'm gonna save. Sorry,
Probably good. No, it's probably a good call.
but yeah, I really want to find out what happens here. I have a quest to go here. I'm not just randomly doing this. You can see this from the other side of the mountain when you're on the ground, and it doesn't let you go up until you apparently go all the way. Oh,
that was saved
That's such a nice-
225.
yeah, such a nice view. Anyway, sorry. I should probably get to brief moment of relaxation before I invariably fight, I don't know, probably like 8 million demons that are going to pop out of this thing. Or this fox. Nailed it.
You're
So,
not
yeah.
going to loot it for the meat?
No, I'm not. How do I get up here?
Well, there was a doorway.
It's my, I screwed it up. Sorry. I don't know if the doorway actually, yeah, there's a staircase. Okay, it's just the quest marker is just an arrow, so I don't think I actually have to go in a door. This better be the coolest quest ever.
I know, right? I'm glad we've
Oh,
arrived
here we
here.
go.
Oh, wow.
Just hanging out. Kind of cold up here, air's a little thin, but we'll see what's up.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler.
Probably kind of threatening that I have my fire kind of active right now.
Talk
It's
to
just
me.
like, what's up? I don't think that's how people normally greet each other.
Yeah, I mean, like, even when you walk around town and you've got, like, a sword out, like, the NPCs will be like, man, you're going to make a man nervous if you're walking around with your sword out like that. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me put that away.
I'm so sorry. All right, well, I'm going to find out what Zura needs here. Yeah, they'll do the same thing actually with spells if you have spells up. And actually, nobody in Skyrim really likes magic. So if you roll around with magic equipped, they will just be like, get out of here, or like, go back to the college. That's essentially
You
what they'll
crazy
say.
kids.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
Evan Boo 447 is wondering, is there enough content to justify multiple playthroughs as different races?
Yeah.
Yes. So
There is a lot.
I will say this playthrough, which was around 77 hours or so, where I did a large chunk of content. I started over in the PC version with. I'm sorry. Let me control
She is
stuff.
the goddess of dawn and
I started over on the PC version
Azura sees into the
as an orc
My people,
and
the Dunmer,
did
your
entirely different content for 20 hours in that game. And I did content that I hadn't, aside from like 1 or 2 quests, all new stuff that I hadn't even seen. So yeah, oh my god,
there's a dragon.
over there. I wonder if I can actually, hey buddy, shoot a fireball at you.
Hadouken.
Yeah, I know, right? That needs to happen. Somebody needs to put Hadouken in this game because nope. I don't think he saw me. There is, so on my nav bar you can see, well, I don't know if you can see that, it's pretty small, but there's a dragon head up in my nav bar, which means there's probably a word wall over there. I wasn't really paying attention to what that NPC was talking about, but I'm going to check my quest log.
You're destined to find an elven man.
Find the elven mage from Array.
And he's in Winterhold.
Oh, I know where Winterhold is. That's actually right over there, somewhere. I kind of want to fight that dragon, though.
Have you had a chance to show off the dragon fights?
Oh!
What?
What?
The lamest way to die in Skyrim.
Oh, that's such a fail.
It wasn't even, it's snow. You just kind of like padded by it.
Yeah, it's like a crunchy surface.
We've
That
got
was
just
like concrete. That's how cold it is in Skyrim. It's just, there's
Yeah,
no
right.
give on the snow.
We have just 5 minutes left in our Skyrim live stream here. Get your last minute questions into us. Tweet us at IGN with hashtag Skyrim. We've got one more copy of the game to give away. It'll be within the next 5 minutes. And also, we still have that very pretty-looking collector's edition, gigantic box. That one we're giving away on our Facebook page, facebook.com/IGN.
Did you have a dog attack?
That's what we were talking about earlier, yeah. It's a very well-worn box of
Yeah,
Skyrim.
I'm sorry, I didn't take very
Charles,
good
how are you
care.
going to wow us with the last 5 minutes, 4 minutes now of our
Just
live
go for
stream?
the dragon.
Can you get
Yeah,
that dragon?
I should just go for the dragon. Unfortunately, I don't.
I think that's general good life advice. Go for the dragon.
I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to get up there because it looks like it's on a different peak. So I'm just going to go to where I know there is a dragon and fight it.
Okay.
Let's see. That would be well.
While you do that, I'll get a question from Johnny English X. He asks, how hard is it to find ore to create weapons and armor?
The ore is actually fairly rare. It's not. It doesn't appear as frequently as I would have liked it to.
Bring a pickaxe.
Yeah, you need to have a pickaxe to harvest it from the countryside. You can also buy ore and ingots from vendors. They will sell you stuff, but obviously, yeah, you need quite a bit of money to get enough to really make a lot of significant stuff. So it definitely helps to just be able to bring stuff in from the countryside. It's a little difficult to see because it's just it'll look almost like this snowpack. So you have to kind of be scanning the ground as you explore.
So both of you guys have beaten the game. Your reviews are up now.
Oh, this dragon's dead.
Saddest dragon.
I killed this guy earlier.
There was a dragon.
Are you guys going to keep playing the game?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I intend to start rolling a different, race. I want to see because they all have their own racial traits and stuff in terms of how to play the game. Yeah, there's just I really love these types of games, and this is just the pinnacle of what Bethesda's been basically feels like what they've been working towards for like the last 10 years.
Yeah,
This is the game.
In a lot of ways, it does exactly feel like that. And yeah, like for instance, the orc in terms of racial differences, like the orc has a berserker skill that can be triggered for a little bit. Here we go, a dragon fight, and lets him basically. It sort of slows down time and gives him a lot more power.
Well, we watched the last
doesn't
dragon
slow down
fight.
time,
Our final question of the live stream and our final copy of Skyrim goes to
Drum roll.
JLit57, who asks, did Bethesda bring back the unicorn?
I have not found a unicorn, although there is.
It's got to be there.
I would assume it's somewhere. There is also another horse-like secret thing that you can. Whoa! Damn! That you can find. I was actually trying to bring the dragon over to the mammoths, and then call in another dragon. I don't know if that's actually going to work.
Like piss off the giants.
Yeah,
and
so I
maybe
could
have
get
the
everyone.
giant,
So I could get everyone fighting each
uppercut
other.
it.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful.
So no evidence of a unicorn yet.
I have not seen any evidence of the unicorn yet. That is a good question, though, and
Sorry, Jay-Lit.
I will certainly keep searching.
We do have a copy of Skyrim for you. But if you
So you
didn't,
can find out yourself.
if you didn't win a copy of the standard edition, you can still win this collector's edition on our Facebook page, facebook.com/IGN.com. Let's see what we can do on the dragon here in 1 minute. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for joining us for our Skyrim live stream today here on IGN. Thank you, Charles, for driving this whole time.
Sure.
What a champ.
That's been fun. This
Really-
game's awesome.
The raging Canadian. He always comes through for us. Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
My name is Damon. For more Skyrim news, for everything you need to know about Skyrim, make sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, for all of your video game needs, hit up IGN.com.